Hi everyone, my name is Charlotte Eléa. I'm an intuitive guide and personal transformation coach, and I am so happy to be here today providing a video testimonial for Ebony, who has been my business coach for the last several months. I help smart and compassionate people who are going through change learn to trust themselves so that they can heed the wake-up call that they are receiving, learn to embrace it, and take courageous action so that they can be empowered to enjoy life and to embrace the wild and wonderful unknown. I can be found at dreamintuition.com. So, before I began working with Ebony, I actually had been on the lookout for a business coach for quite a while. I was looking for the exact right fit. And I knew I wanted to work with somebody one-on-one. My business had been going through several evolutions since I launched it 3 years ago. And because of that, I was feeling incredibly scattered, unfocused, and I was being incredibly inconsistent with my offerings. And I just had so much going on that I knew I needed to focus and pare down, but I didn't really know how to do that. I knew I needed to focus my energy, but I didn't know where to focus it. And at the same time, my personal and my business life were completely out of balance to the point where in my personal life, I was feeling so drained. And so I knew I needed help in that way too, to help build better boundaries between the two aspects of my life. So I actually chose to work with Ebony mostly intuitively. I am an intuitive guide, so that's how I make most of my decisions. I had only been following her for a few weeks. I was receiving her Monday pep talk emails, and I really resonated with them. Ebony had this authenticity to her. She was just very real and very raw, and she didn't pretend to be totally perfect. But because of that, not despite that, she was thriving, and I could tell that. And as somebody who does a lot of shadow work, I really appreciated that. I appreciated the balance that she really brought to the table. And I just felt that she was very incredibly real, and I could trust her as well. So I also knew that I needed somebody who would tell me what I needed to hear and not what I wanted to hear. And when I followed Ebony's invitation to set up a one-on-one intro call, I immediately knew that she would be able to do that with me. And I just noticed an intuitive flow to the conversation, and I felt that she immediately really understood me and really understood my personal needs and the needs of my business. And so I actually had a lot of ego resistance to the cost initially, and if I had just followed my ego, I would have rejected it. But my intuition was just telling me that she was the right fit, and it was very, very much worth the investment to make. So I'm so glad I did make that investment in working with her. Immediately after we began to work, we jumped into the value filter. And I can't tell you how valuable the value filter is and continues to be for me personally, for my business. And especially doing it with Ebony face-to-face really, really helped because I could definitely take full advantage of her expertise. I mean, she's done this value filter with so many clients, and so it just flowed so effortlessly doing it with her one-on-one. And the results of that value filter spoke deeply, like to the core of my soul. It really just showed, it showed to me exactly who I was, who I knew myself to be, but I hadn't yet put into words. And so then out of that value filter evolved a personal manifesto for a personal manifesto and business manifesto, which I refer back to constantly. Out of that evolved my ideal clients and my offers, the offers that I would then go on to craft for my business. And once I was able to do that, all the kind of stress and confusion I had about what I needed to get rid of in my business became so clear and so easy, because I could just see that it just wasn't me. I knew that it was so easy at that point to just focus on exactly what I was passionate about, exactly where my zone of genius was, and exactly what my purpose was in my business. Everything else just had to go. And it was so easy at that point to make those decisions. So the value filter also helped me regain the balance that I needed in my personal life. I was able to immediately begin making changes and being able to shift my priorities and get my personal needs met, because I could see so clearly what those needs were and how simple they were at that point. So at that point, I was just, I felt a passion for my business come back immediately. And my creative juices were just running throughout the whole time I was working with Ebony, because I so knew exactly what I wanted and exactly what my business was and exactly who I was. All of it came into alignment. Over the next few months, Ebony guided me through a launch of my new offers, and I can't tell you how valuable it was to have her consistent coaching, feedback, advice, cheerleading, and support during that time. It really helped me trust the process I was going through, trust myself. It helped me stay focused and consistent, which I had a lot of trouble with in the past. And so Ebony really, really helped me stay consistent in my message and helped me also just have a lot of fun with it, to stay really personal in my message and stay really, really true to who I was and what I wanted my business to be. I would recommend Ebony to anyone who wants to learn to love their business. And this, I would, especially people who, especially if you already are in the field that you know you need to be in the position, even if you know exactly what you want to do, but things just aren't coming into alignment and into fruition like you want, Ebony can really help you see what's in the way of your dreams coming true, and then help you learn to overcome them and learn how to clear the obstacles and overcome anything that is in the way of your dreams coming true, so that you can then thrive and so that your business can then thrive as well. Thank you. My name again is Charlotte Eléa, and I can be found at dreamintuition.com.